Just to give you a clear understanding of precisely how it works in their system, the more fame somebody has, that means that they have more of a following. So if they were not absorbed into the cult, they would be perceived as a threat because of that substantial following that they have. For example, if you have a YouTube channel, you have 2,500 followers, they don't care about you. But if you have subscribers into the tens of thousands or even the millions or even 100 million or more, then you're a blip on their radar. Then you're approached and you're given two options. I think you could pretty much figure out what those two options are. You either join and everything will be fine, or not, then you know what happens after that. But this is the reason why these people that are revered as celebrities shouldn't be revered, because they've done some horrible things to get that fame. I'm not going to get into what they've done because it's unspeakable. But if you have any doubt as to what I say when I mention reptilian or serpent, I'll give you a little brief description of them. They have no soul. These are shadow beings. These are draconian overlords. They come from another planet. They came here long before human beings. And no, I'm not on drugs. I'm not a lunatic. I'm not, clinically insane. I'm not certifiable. Nothing like that. This is the truth. It's a little harsh for you, but it is the truth. But they throw their images in social media and media right in your face. I mean, look at the cover of the video game Fortnite. What do you see? You see a reptilian in the front. They're just telling you right there. To give you an example of what I'm talking about, you could do the research yourself. Go online and type in the Pope's Audience Hall. That's POPE'Audience The Pope's Audience Hall. Type that in and click images and tell me what you see. Now keep in mind that what you're about to see is inside the Vatican, which is the hub of all of this. If you don't believe me, go there and take pictures for yourself. It was built in 1971, and you'll clearly see serpents and demons and reptilians. And you'll clearly see this stained glass reptilian face, and the Pope sits in the mouth of the serpent. So that is clearly telling you what's going on here. But people, for some reason, they just fail to understand that this earth is a part of an extraterrestrial universe, that it's something other than this. They think that all there is 9 to 5 and cell phones and internet. That's the hypnosis that they have you under through their social media, their media, movies, video games, anything to distract you, anything to keep you away from focusing on what's actually going on. I mean, they've been doing it to you for years. Through their movies, for example, they have been vilifying aliens because they don't want you to think that they're real, but now they're starting to admit that they are. But now they also want you to think that they're enemies, like they're going to invade the world. Martians are invading the world. This has been going on for decades because they want you to equate aliens with evil and comfort yourself with their presence. And that's exactly what's going on. But like I said before, I don't put my channel towards these types of things because it's not really going to do justice to what I'm looking to accomplish through this channel. But if at any point you doubt anything that I say, I implore you to do your own research. Do your own investigation. Go online and look for yourself. And if you don't believe me, go to these places. It's right there. They're telling you. And you'll wonder why. Why is this in the Vatican? I mean, come on, man. It's got to be clearly evident. It's pretty much self-explanatory. So I'm just giving you a heads up. The more fame somebody has, the more following they have, all things being relative. There's some very famous musicians out there, females, that have massive amounts of followings all over the world. It's that way by design. Now, they've all been absorbed into this cult because they have to be. Because there's no way you get fame unless you pass through the doors of this cult. They won't allow it because if you have a substantial following, that's power. And with that power, you have great influence, and you can make people aware, and you can enlighten them and make them cognizant of what's going on, and they're not going to permit that. That's why they killed Jesus. He didn't die for your sins on the cross. If you read in their Bible, hair of wool, skin of bronze. But if you go in their church, you see some Swedish guy nailed to a wall. You can clearly see the discrepancies. Jesus, for whatever time he was here, obviously tried to awaken the masses. And they made him pay for it. They made him a public spectacle. And it was that fear that was driven into the populations that inhibited them from moving forward as far as a sedition, insurrection, or revolution. And that's what keeps them at bay. Fear. Look what we did to him. If you do the same, we'll do it to you. It's just that simple. And look down throughout history of all the people that were brave enough to try to enlighten the masses. They were all assassinated, or they were all listed as suicide, which of course they're not. That's why you see all the movie stars and rock stars all of a sudden in the last 10 years it's suicide, suicide, suicide. I mean, come on, folks. Are you putting the pieces together? You know? That's just the way it is in that cult. You know, they buy into this stuff, they sign contracts, and then they're owned like a slave. And when they're no longer useful to them, an artist is worth more dead than alive. So that's exactly what's going on. But, you know, I'm not going to make my channel about this. I'm just trying to bring awareness to you to, awaken something in yourself and saying, wait a minute, the guy on the video is right. I checked for myself and there it is. Or even if better, go there. I could give you a million examples, but I'm not going to have my channel shut down because they will. They do not want the truth up, and they won't. If you put anything of the truth on a video and you attempt to upload it to this channel, they will shut you down. I've had it happen to me before. Absolutely. A few years ago with that whole thing that was going on, I'm not going to get into what, but I'm quite sure you know. I posted some videos that were absolutely fact. It wasn't even evidence. It was fact. And it got shut down and I got threatened. So just do your own research if you don't believe what I'm saying. But it's all about awareness and hopefully an awakening. In the long run, what I'm hoping for is everybody comes together. I mean, it's not going to be a utopia. Obviously not. It's never going to be a utopia. But we're at a crucial point, a pivotal point in human history where either humans take a stand now and fight for their own, existence, or you're going to be taken as a hostage or a prisoner for the rest of your life. And that's the truth. That's what they have planned. So do your own research. Check it out for yourself. The Pope's Audience Hall. Check it out. Put it up there online. Click images so you can see the pictures. And you go look at them and you tell me what you see. And that'll tell you who's running the show as far as the infrastructure, but not the universe. Because they keep forgetting about God. And God is the one that is responsible for all things, whether they realize it or not. They continually refer to themselves as the powers that be, but they don't have any power at all. Because all the illegal activities is done underground. They don't want anybody knowing what's going on. But nonetheless, you do your research and your investigation, and you come up with your own findings and your own conclusions of fact. And that's the best way. And word of mouth, after all, is the best advertisement, is it not? So peace be with you, and hopefully this puts you on a completely different path and journey than your pre-programmed, preconditioned, brainwashed, manipulated programming. And this will allow you to deprogram and detoxify and disconnect from that satanic matrix and plug into the earth again, which allows you to plug into the organic, biological, natural order of things, which is source, the earth, God, whatever name you want to use. Isn't it funny that they say Mother Earth, Mother Nature, but God is a man? Ain't that a little quirky? Don't you think so? I do. God is not a man. God is not a woman. It's not what you think. God is a force of all things, ubiquitous, omniscient, omnipresent. That's God. Omnipotent. That's God. Everything all at once. That's source. So just words for thought. Hopefully this plants some seeds and you can do what you got to do with the investigation trail. But find out for yourself, and I hope it helps you. God bless.